Is it okay if I talk to you like this? This word alignment, I feel like keeps coming up a lot in the culture. And when you hear the word alignment, what do you think about? Because for me, it has taken on many different forms, leaving me to question like, is it a yoga pose? Is it like a green smoothie? Is it some form of aesthetic? Is it something you get off of a Pinterest board? Is it candles mixed with a little journaling? Because I feel like what the wellness world has turned alignment into is more of an aesthetic, more of like a vibe, something that you curate on the outside of you in hopes that it'll seep like inward. Real alignment is something that you feel. It's definitely not something that you perform. You couldn't if you wanted to. And let me be transparent with you. The reason why I know that there's a difference is because I've done both. Curated version of alignment where everything looks aligned, and then the actual version where everything is aligned. And they don't feel the same at all. They do not feel the same at all. Like alignment is the place where you can hear, where things get super, super clear, right? Where you're not running that same conversation in your head over and over and over again. Where you're not spiraling over every conversation that has happened. Where you're not even second guessing every decision that you've made. I think alignment is where you can finally hear above the noise, above every other conversation, above every other opinion, above every expectation or projection. Alignment is the place where you can not just hear, but alignment is also the place where you can see, not just with your physical eyes, but also with your discernment. When you're aligned, you see people more clearly. You see situations more clearly. You see the path a lot more clearly. Not because the path gets easier, but because the path gets more clear. And what's left is just this inner knowing that you have. And it's in that space that you can receive. Because we live in a hustle culture where everybody worships the chase, the go get it, the manifest it, the hustle for it, the work hard for it, the grind for it. But alignment, it really isn't about chasing anything. It's about being in the frequency where you can find or discover the thing. Being in the frequency where things can find you, ideas find you, creativity finds you, inspiration finds you, the right people find you. Not because you summoned them in this like hocus pocus way, but because you're finally in a state where your spirit is open to receive them. If you think of it like a radio, you're the radio. Music is already playing. The station is already playing, but if you're tuned into the wrong frequency, if you're spinning between situations full of static, distorted by so much noise, you can't hear the music. And it's not that the music isn't there, that you're not tuned in. Alignment is like the tuning. It's not the place that you arrive at or stay at forever, but it's the frequency that you dial into, the frequency that you return to. And I say return because life will pull you out of it. Like you don't always stay in alignment. There's so many things that happen on a day-to-day basis. You'll get pulled out of alignment. An argument, a bad email, somebody accidentally bumped into you, growth session that leaves you comparing yourself to other people. And that's not failure, that's just being human. The mastery isn't in staying aligned. Nobody stays aligned. Even if we look at the Bible, we see where Jesus had to pull up to the side, right, and meditate by himself. He had to pull away so he can realign. So like nobody stays aligned all the time. But I do believe that the mastery and alignment is knowing how to come back into alignment. How quickly you can recognize that you've drifted or shifted out of alignment, and how gently you can work yourself back into alignment. That's the work. That's the skill. That's alignment. And not with shame, not with punishing yourself at all, not with berating yourself, not with something you have to earn the next 24 hours or the next day, but with kindness and a soft practice. Returning to this place where you can like hear again, where you can be in that open receiving mode again. That's your creative portal. That's your clarity channel. That's the place where everything that you're building or creating comes from. Not from the hustle, not from the grind, but from the return to yourself. That quiet, faithful, I know my way back home. To that inner knowing. Alignment is a frequency that you return to, not a place that you arrive.